family. This is Andrew here. Another session of making flatbread. It's going to be more successful. I'm making sure that I have oil, real oil. So what happened last time I tried to make it, I didn't check the label on the bottle and I used dish soap to make the flatbread. So bad mistake. All right. First of all, what you need is a bowl for mixing. Probably something deeper, but this is all I can find. It's no big deal because when we were in the wilderness, we have made everything in a rush, and that's the purpose of making flatbread or unleavened bread, because we had no time and it was just quick, make it. In fact, back then they would make it so fast and heat up the sand, bury the flatbread in the sand, and then pull it out, ready to eat. So we have it better right now. So the bowl, probably deeper. You need a jug of some warm water. This will help activate the gluten or that stickiness in the flour. You need a spatula for flipping the flatbread, and some measuring cups for measuring the flour. You need a rolling pin for rolling the flatbread, make it nice and flat. You need this thing, I don't know what it's called. What? Swifter? Yeah, just to mix your flour, the salt and everything nice. Okay, ingredients, flour. I'm still experimenting with making gluten-free flatbread. The last time I tried it came out so hard, and yeah. Then the other time I made it, it was successful, but I had to use a lot of leaven, like baking soda and yeast, and xanthan gum. So those are ingredients we can't use right now for making unleavened bread. So I'm sticking to the gluten flour. Need a little sugar. I usually use sugar for my flatbread just to balance the salt and the sweetness, so that you can enjoy it even without a meal. You can just have a cup of tea or juice and still eat your flatbread with it. But you can always substitute that for honey. Okay, any kind of honey. You need your oil, olive oil preferably. Grapeseed oil is close enough. Okay. And a glass of wine to enjoy while you make some flatbread. All right. So measure my flour. So for this purpose, I'm just going to add 4 cups of flour for the purpose of demonstration. It's not a lot of flatbread, but for a household of 4 people, I'd suggest 6 cups. The better the size, the bigger the size, the more area you have for kneading, which gives it a better texture. Okay. For salt, and I'll just add the sugar. So what the sugar does, it helps caramelize the flatbread. When you put it on the heat, it turns a little brown. So this is sea salt, which is good. It's got to be ground to perfection, just so that you don't bite a big crystal salt. But the finer the salt, the better. So let's grind that up here. So that's about 2.5 pinches of salt. Get that in there. about 3 tablespoons of sugar.
Awake from your sleep and slumber,
That in there.
no matter what the world may say.
If you want to spice up your flatbread, you can add a really finely chopped basil or carrots. It gives it more flavor. I don't have that right now, so
It's an Israelite's way. That's how I choose
mix
to
that
live.
up
How I
nicely.
choose to live. It's an
The deeper the
Israelite's
bowl, the
way.
better. It gives you more.
It's the Israelite's way for me. It's an Israelite's way. That's how I choose to live. Go down my sinful life, I put away.
Right. After you mix it up,
Walking and the straight
make a hole in the middle.
Cause as an Israelite, there's much
Hole in
expected
the
of
middle
me,
and
oh yeah. His laws and commandments are great.
Some of your oil in
Drawing
there.
closer to a higher
So
every day.
the reason for putting some oil in
And because of
the
this,
dough,
the whole world is
kneading,
turning on
it will
me,
make it
but
softer.
that's
Because when
okay.
you cook it,
It's an
it won't be
Israelite's
so
way.
dry. It will be like nice and
It's
stretchy.
an Israelite's way for me. It's an Israelite's way.
Break.
That's how I choose to live.
So get that
How I
in there.
choose to live.
Then make sure you have the water and it's still warm.
It's the Israelites' way for me.
Kind
It's
of
the Israelites' way.
add the water as
That's
you go.
how I choose to live.
We're aiming for
Walking as a child of light.
like a kind of a soft
The
dough,
most high with delight.
not too tough.
His
soft, you
Sabbath
get a
days,
soft
His holy
flat.
days. Now I do them right. To us His laws He gave. So differently we now should behave. Walking upright and holy. Cause He chose us to be His royalty. It's an Israelite's way. It's the Israelite's way for me. It's an Israelite's way. That's how I choose to live. How I choose to live. It's an Israelite's way. It's the Israelite's way for me. It's the Israelite's way. That's the way for me. Yeah, yeah. Watch my meat tree. My borders of blue fringes flowing flawlessly. Jacob's troubles on me. But I chose this, you see. Cause it's an Israelite's way. It's the Israelite's way. It's the Israelite's way. That's the way for me, yeah, yeah. Awake from your sleep and slumber, yeah. Oh, na 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 na.
Okay,
Royalty.
when you start kneading, you should peel off the base easily like this. That's because your surface is well floured. If it's sticking, add a little more flour.
It's the Israelites' way for me. It's an Israelite's way.
Just add
It's
a
the
little flour.
Israelites' way for me.
Knead it.
It's an Israelite's way.
So far, see how my dough is stretchy, right?
How I choose to
This is good dough for making flatbread.
It's the
Not too tough.
Israelites' way for me.
Stretch. And this, if you added yeast to it, makes nice pizza dough as well.
My sinful life I put away. Walking on the straight and narrow way. Cause as an Israelite, there's much expected of me, oh yeah. His laws and commandments are great. Drawing closer to a higher every day. And because of this, the whole world is turning on me, but that's okay. It's an Israelite's way. It's an Israelite's way for me. It's an Israelite's way. That's how I choose to live. How I choose to live. It's an Israelite's way. It's the Israelite's way for me. It's an Israelite's way.
So
That's how I choose to live.
once that's done,
Walking as a child
you get
of
your
light,
bowl again.
serving the Most High with
Okay.
delight. His Sabbath days, his holy days.
And
Now unto
just
them right.
grease it a little with the oil.
His laws he gave. So differently we now should behave.
And then we're gonna rest the dough in there, so it can relax for 10 minutes. And that helps it get softer, ready for working with the flatbread. So I'm just gonna give it 10 minutes there. Let it rest. And I'll come right back. Yeah. Okay, with that, now I forgot to say, when you put it to rest, make sure you covered it. You get some of that clear wrap or cling foil, and cover it so it doesn't dry out. So you take that out. As you can see, when you let it rest, it's just so tender. It's stretching by itself, just by grabbing. So get it and make a log. And cut it into a few pieces. And that's the size of the individual flatbreads. Okay. So you need a knife. So it's about that much to make a fair amount of flatbread. Use another. See that? I'll put it is about an inch and 3/4.
It's an Israelite's way. That's how I choose to live. How I choose to live. It's an Israelite's way. It's the Israelite's way for me. It's an Israelite's way. That's how I choose to live. Go down. My sinful life I put away. Walking on the straight and narrow way.
So once again, flour up surface. Okay. Get that. So we're gonna roll it into balls. So you might get it and it's like that. So you kind of fold it in, put it in the palm like that. Then you press down, twist, and you roll it on the palm. And it kind of seals up the bottom. It gives you like a circle, right? So I'm going to do this for all of them, so that by the time I get back to this one, it will soften up.
Serving the Most High with delight. His Sabbath days, his holy days. Now I do them right. To us his laws he gave. So differently we now should behave. Walking upright and holy, 'cause he chose us to be his royalty. It's an Israelite's way. It's the Israelite's way for me.
Last one. Back to the first one. Soften it up a little. So you get some flour on it like that. Push it down flat. Just trying to kind of flatten it out. It helps the process of rolling. You already have something flat to work with. Dust it. Get some flour. Dust your rolling pin just to keep it from sticking. Now, for rolling, this is how you roll a flatbread. Have it down like that. Roll it up and down. Make sure you go to the end. Now this is particularly a small rolling pin. So you gotta get your hands on it like that, all the way down. And you see if it'll stretched enough into an oval. Change it to this side, so you can get it at that angle and make it more round. So while you're doing this, I suggest you turn on your stove and heat the pan. So it will come this way. Because because flattened bread works really well if you have a really hot pan going. Lets it sizzle and bubble up. On medium heat, and this one will be this. Okay, medium heat. Okay, we'll let those heat up. Come back here. So actually, if you don't mind, I'd like to show you two types of flatbreads that I make. So one is crispier than the other. So this one is just the traditional one. You just roll it, and it's ready to throw on the. It's ready to throw on the frying pan, on the heated pan. And this other one, if you want to get a really flaky and crispy, I mean they're all crispy, but this one that I'm going to make is way more flakier. This adds a lot of character to it. Yeah, for the purposes of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, I'll suggest the simpler flatbread where you just roll it, ready to throw it in the pan. It's made in haste. This other one is when you have time on your hands. When people have time on their hands, they make poetry and songs, and time to spare. So I'll show you this one. So you add a little oil and rub it on the surface, fold it back in half, a little more, rub it, fold it a quarter, lastly, fold it. Now you want to make a ball again, okay, and let it rest. And then you roll it again. And then you have, once you put it on the plate, on the hot pan, it cooks, puff up, and crispy. Okay. So we're gonna start with this one. While it's resting there, you can come here, add some oil to your pan. And with flatbread, you don't need a lot; it's just a little bit. It's enough to grease the one surface.
I wanna hear. I wanna hear. I don't wanna be like Saul, no, not at all. Just wanna be obedient to the Most High in all His commands. Oh, He workers of iniquity, for you it won't be very pretty. Best to repent right now, before Yeshua comes. How can you say you love God when you're not keeping His commandments? Right now you're lying.
Okay, give it 1 more minute as it heats up. While it's heating up, this is the other dough with the multiple layers. So I'm gonna roll that one. Just get a little more flour. Squish it down. Squish all the can. Tiny bit more. And roll it. This one might be tricky to get a perfect circle, but it won't matter that much.
I wanna hear.
right, it's good to go. Bring it this way. This one's ready.
Our praises be to the Most High. Whoa, whoa, yeah.
This is the simpler flatbread, regular one. So it's going to take like 2 minutes for both sides. I mean, for all of it. So do one side first. Check this out. This other one, this is the flakier one. This side. It's already bubbling up, so I'm going to turn the heat back to medium because now I have it hot enough. It will bubble up, but give it a little more time. Keep checking it so it doesn't burn. I'm going to flip it to this side to get some of the oil. Flip it back. It's looking crisp already with a brown caramelized. Nice look on it. Yeah. So this pan is a bit warped, so it's not getting the best results. It's alright, we'll transfer it over here once this one's done. Moving it just to distribute the heat. So it's done. Right. Okay, so that's done. I'm gonna move back here. So many didn't listen, and it's sad to say that they lost their lives. But I rather hope you got that man. That's just my stance. The arms of flesh will fail you if you're not just your own. My desire is to do thy will, oh God. Right, as you can see, this one is the one with the many layers. It's already bubbling up on the sides. It's got a lot of air pockets, so it makes it crispy like that. I wanna hear, oh, thou hast been faithful, my son. I wanna hear, I wanna hear, I wanna hear, oh, thou hast been faithful, my son. I don't wanna be like Saul, no, not at all. Just wanna be obedient to the Most High in all His commands. Oh, He works us of iniquity, while you won't be very pretty. Best to repent right now, before Yeshua comes. How can you say you love God when you're not keeping His commandments? Right now you're lying, but on the judgment day you will be crying when you never hear. Well, if your hands don't have high heat tolerance, get some tongs. I would advise you just grab it like I'm doing. You get burnt. I wanna hear, oh, thou hast been faithful, my son. I read in the Bible that This one is so flaky. Flakes is just falling off.
That's just my stand.
Okay.
The arms of flesh will fail you. You're not trust your own.
Turn your stove off.
My desire is to do thy will, oh God. Cause I don't wanna hear any part from me. When Yeshua comes, I wanna hear.
Okay. Let's see. Right on there.
I wanna hear, oh.
Alright, this is the flaky one. See? This is your traditional flatbread. Simple. Fold it up in quarters like that. Serve it with a meal. Break the crispy one. You can see that. Very crispy. This one still is good.
I read in the Bible that obedience is better than sacrifice. But so many didn't listen, and it's sad to say that they lost their lives.
Good stuff. Flatbread. Ready for the feast of unleavened bread. Alright. Shalom.
You're not trust your own. My desire is to do thy will, oh God. Cause I don't wanna hear any part from me. When Yeshua comes, I wanna